Sebo X1, the first Sebo that Sebo ever made, and its bag of stuff. This came to me from a lady that I do know. I've done several cleaners from her before. She says she doesn't want it. This is, in theory, ours, although if it's a really simple fix, I will send her a message and triple check she doesn't want it back. But she said there's something wrong with the brush roll. It's been stuck in the corner of the room all week whilst I've been waiting to find a day to do some filming, and here we are with a broken Sebo. What more could you possibly want? Let's see if it's actually worth repairing. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and Sebo chums. How are you today? The very first thing that we are going to do is to put this machine together properly. The wand goes over the locating tab, not behind, and otherwise I doubt that's actually done anything more to fix our woes. The first thing I am noticing is this machine doesn't seem too faded. It's a bit hard to tell because it's quite grimy, but these can go very, very yellow. This isn't too bad at all. So we have the machine and we have a bag of stuff. We may as well go through the bag of stuff primarily because I have noticed that is where the handle goes, and we're going to need that in a minute. We also have lots of bags. Oh, look at this, look, genuine Sebo bags as well. So, oh well, plenty. Oh, wait, these are Felix bags. Ah, okay. Let's open the bag door and, oh good, there is no bag in there. I'll work out how the hell she's fitted. Right, so yeah, these do not go with this machine at all. There are no X bags in here whatsoever. These are all Felix bags. I mean, blimey, if she doesn't want them back, my dad's about to have enough bags to do for the next like 4 years. But again, I'll check, because if she does have a Felix and you know she's got the Sebo X1 bag sat there, she's going to have a hard time. So we're going to need to find a bag first of all. I'm just going to put these away before I get dirty hands and get them all ruined. So the wand, well, doesn't that look like a fun mess for me to untangle in a minute? But we have the wand. It remains to be seen if the flex is broken or not. So yeah, that's why the bag door fitted on them. The thing is still there. I don't think it's been used bagless. I think this is just the state that it became. So yes, this will need a new filter. There isn't really much vacuuming off of that you would get away with nowadays. Let's just squeeze the hose. That will take the whole hose out and check it's not torn. No, very good. Very nice. Yeah, that will do. If possible, the wand at a 45-degree angle. Oh, getting there. This is obviously where people run it around stuff and just scrape the whole thing down. But that's very nice, actually. Sometimes these can be absolutely destroyed. That's all right. That's all right. So, fine, whatever. We'll leave that. In fact, we'll leave that off. Can I do this? Oh. In fact, no, we won't do any of that. We'll turn it on first because we may as well. Just got a problem with the brush roll. We may as well see what it's doing before we find whatever's jammed in there and whatnot. So I'm going to get the handle on and then we'll turn it on and see what it does. Right, there we go. All on. It's not turned on itself. Well, I started the video then rather than do that bit first. Right, there you go. Have to try and look at the lights as much as you can. And we'll see where it goes. So it's rising up. That's fine. That's working. It's rising. As you can see, it's lowering back down. It's not making any noises. Not throwing me a brush roll light. Oh my goodness, I've just remembered. Ah, bugger. I'm doing vacuuming with no bag in it. We were only supposed to check that it ran. Okay, well that is very much not what you did. Oh, whoopsie. Okay, right. So, well, now that I've just done that, good job the filters are pretty good, isn't it? Oh, whoops. It works well. I don't know what she means by the brush roll. Let's see what it pulls from the suction meter with a filter that is now really clogged. Oh, that's a solid 50. Oh. Ah, that was a noise, wasn't it? That's a solid 50. And, you know, these things are not renowned for being roaring powerhouses of suction. They're just meant to last for, well, forever, literally. Right. Oh, can we get... Yeah. Take that off. Probably the first time ever in its life. Oh, then we should probably take that out because that is very much due for replacement as well. So we'll take that out completely and we'll leave that out. And we'll have a look underneath. Underneath of this bad boy, I can't work out if this is a genuine brush roll or not. I'm not that much of an expert, but it doesn't look like it to me, but it could be a good copy pattern. Good copy pattern spare. It doesn't look destroyed. That's wobbling about a bit there. I think that might be where our problem ultimately might lie. But otherwise, oh wow, that's not been opened for a while. Look at the perfect layer of fluff that built up on that bit there. That's pretty decent. But otherwise, yeah, nothing really to write home about. I think the next thing that we need to do is take the hood off to see why this is being a little bit wobbly. And then with 1, 2, 3, 4 screws undone, we can turn it over, take them out of the way, and lift off our hood to reveal a date stamp. March 1998. There we go. Look, I've had cars as old as that. Oh, this is a bit of an oldie one. And yeah, it really isn't that faded either. I think it's just this bit that's gone. So if we take out this screw here, I think this screw here, oh, there's a washer that I don't want to lose. There it goes. I'm hoping that I can remove all of this. There we go, and take the belt off. Yeah, I think there's quite a lot of play in this part here. And I reckon that's probably what's causing our noise. There is a very good way to test this now, especially when it's like this. And that's to pop the machine top back on. So line everything up. Oh. In theory, we can watch it freak out with no brush roll, but listen for any noises. Oh, that's mint. Yeah, that is very good. That must just be this. Oh, you know, I don't want to take the whole machine off again. I'm just going to flip the switch off and put it backwards and go, yeah, that is... I don't quite know what even to do about that, because you can't get... Well, you can actually. This pulley seems threaded. I wonder if I can get the pulley off. What I seem to have done now is make this whole part spin off of its thing. I don't know what to say this. Now this bit is sprung. The inner bit turns marked differently to the outer bit, so that's why I just knocked it around with a punch. Then, I thought that was a ball bearing, but it was a perfectly round piece of dirt. That's good. We can take, oh, he says, struggling to get anything behind it, this out. Come on. At this point, this shaft just comes straight out of this whole part, and then we can take this out and then work out, oh, you're going to fit. Yeah. What size our little bearing is. Although I can't, There's now not much slop in this itself, but hey, we got the bearing out. That's pretty cool. All of that whole thing's going a little bit messed up. I wonder if I've got whatever size this is. Oh, it doesn't say. Ah, yes, it does. 607. It's not a 607Z, is it? Oh, let's see if we've got a spare bearing. No, I don't have any bearing the right size, which is fine. And I'll be honest, I'm not about to go and spend out on just the bearing when the entire housing isn't that much money. What I'm going to do instead is take my homemade grease gun and actually refill it full of grease, because it's right down at the end. You can make these yourself. This is a cowpole syringe. There you go, with a tire inflator valve thing, ball inflator valve, melted into the end. Let's go put some more grease in it. That'll do. And then you have a grease syringe, so we can take our little bearing, and I'm just going to effectively push just a little bit of grease into one end of it, like so. Then put its RS resealable, luckily this is a resealable bearing, little cap back on. Then I can roll it around in my fingers a bit, get all that grease around there. Look, you can start to see it coming through. That is good. We're then going to pack the heck out of it, because hey, the more it's packed with grease, the less it can wobble about. There we go, look. That's how I do Hoover brush roll bearings. That little needle pokes right in the side of it. There we go. And then pop the other resealable cap end back on. Oh, lots of grease squirting out now. That's good. That's what we want. There we go. Clean that off there. And I'm hoping that will shut up whatever's making that bearing make a horrible noise. I have cleaned all of this bit out, so we can pop our bearing back in. Then there was this spacer washer plate, so we shall give that a nice little wipe down. Pop that back on the top. Then we need to push this horrible thing back in. I don't think it actually went in that way. I think it went in this way. Yeah, there we go. Push that down so it clicks all of its little tabs back into place. Oh, roughly like so. I'll tidy that up in a minute. Then we can take our thing, put it through the bearing. There was this as well, but I don't actually remember where that went. It was on there. I think it was the spacer that went. There we go. That spacer on there. I'm fairly sure there's nowhere else it could have gone. Then this part. Then we just screw this bit back into place. And you'll get it just tight enough, and now you'll see the whole thing spinning. I've now got to clamp it back down. No, actually, that might be... Yeah. Ah, no. I think that bit went on the other side. Bear with. Then I've got to take my punch and check which way I'm going, and just tap this in a locking ring. Just a little bit like that. We've got the internal clamp thing for the bearing the wrong way around, so this couldn't touch the inner bearing. And I mean, there's a lot less slop now, and the whole thing seems a lot easier. So there's not really much more I can say that we should do other than fit this belt back on. Then I'm going to fit this bearing, and we can see if it sounds any different now. We'll try it first without the brush roll. Throw the light on in a second. Stop it, the light on. There it is. That's our brush roll. It's a bit quieter, isn't it? I hope it's not all of this gubbins. Not normally that gubbins. So that's cool. Right, fine. I'm going to get the hood back on, and we'll put the brush roll back on, I guess. In fact, no, we don't. Oh, wait, we don't even need to do that. Oh, it's not this end bearing, is it? I can't bodge that one as easily. No, wait, we probably could just do this. Oh, but I can't see to line up the... it. There we go. Right, any better? I do need to put the hood back on because this needs to clip into the side of it, or I'm not doing something. Right, let's get it visor up. Oh, it's silent again. That's awesome. Excellent. Right, now we've best fix the other problem that this machine has. Just temporarily. Now, I know I said we wouldn't be vacuuming off the filter in this, but I meant after we refurbish it, not before. There we go. Get rid of all the evidence. This is a genuine Sebo filter, I can tell deep down in the rubbish. It's probably its original filter from 1998. It's now 2025. Right, I have got a proper, no, sorry, that's a lie. I have got a Bojack, but correct fitting Sebo X series bag from my stash to use with old Hoovers. So that can go on there. And with the filter vacuumed off and there being no post-motor filter at all, I feel all confident this thing is actually going to run without trying to destroy itself. In fact, oh, where did I put the suction meter? Will it pull any more than a 50 now? Oh, I can tell it feels a bit better. So now it's all sorted with a bag and a filter. Let's see how well it vacuums now. Wait for it to go down. Right, down further. Oh, there it goes. Ooh. It's not a skinny one. Like all these bumps and lumps. If I get rid of this carpet, wait for it to go right down. Is it going to go down low enough? It's got these. Well, that works really well, actually. There's two kinds of Sebo Automatic X1. They either skim across the top of the carpet, never touching it, or they bite right down. But I don't know how much of that biting right down is that very worn centre tyre on the wheel and the fact that the base plate is pretty chewed up and it's probably causing the whole thing to just sit millimetre or two lower than it ideally should, which is probably what starting to wear that bearing out, or caused it to dry out at least. You know, that was it. So is it a machine that I fully want to restore? Probably not. I'm probably going to offer it back to the lady and say, I fixed it if you want to just give me a little bit of money for it. Otherwise, who knows? You'll tell if we have an after video. But all the same, it's nice to see an unfaded white Sebo Automatic X1 in the wild. Do you still have an X1? I mean, I say they get you on a bit. This must be quite a late one at 1998. So proves that no matter what the age, they can work very well. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I and some other poorly Sebo will see you soon. Bye bye.